My name is Carlos Mata.
And my name is Monica Mata.
And this is our Expo project, and we interviewed Mr.
Guadalupe Cortinas. I am Monica Mata.
And I'm Carlos Mata.
And we are students from Kristen Middle School. Can we ask you some questions?
Sure.
What advice would you give to a new teacher on his or her first year?
Well, the advice that I would give him or her is to be very vigilant of students, to get to know the students more than anything, get to know their, a little bit of their background so she can help them, succeed or to do better in class.
How do you feel about vandalism?
Well, vandalism, a lot of students, they do vandalism without even thinking of the consequences. Maybe because they don't know about the consequences, but vandalism can be very, it's not a good thing because, that'll put you in juvenile. You can get charges, they can take you to the juvenile, and it'll be on your record, and that's something that you don't want, as a young adult.
What steps would you take if you're dealing with a student discipline incident?
Well, the steps that I take, sometimes it depends on the incident. It depends. We have, sometimes we have fights, we have vandalism, like you said, or we have like things going on the social media, the back and forth of that. So we have to first hear out the student, not be judgmental of the student, even if the student has had prior record, but we still have to listen to each and every student to see what the issue is, and we have to investigate what we investigate, and call the parents, let the parents know, because again, students are underage, so your parents need to know of everything that goes on with you and any discipline issue that you are having, so that we can correct it and learn from your mistakes and moving forward in your careers in education.
What college did you go to?
College, well, I went to several. I started at Laredo Community College. I went to UTSA. I was studying architecture there for 2 years. And I attended a college, also a community college in San Antonio, SAC, for one semester. Then I came back to Laredo and I pursued another degree. I pursued a degree in mathematics, so I went to TAMU. And then after that, I pursued another degree. I have a master's degree in mathematics, psychology, sociology. And then after that, I got another master's degree from TAMU also, and that's in education administration. And then after that, I went into this program to get a doctorate. I went to Texas A&M, completed everything. All I'm missing is the dissertation, this big book that I have to write, a research that I have to write. So that's pretty much what I'm missing to complete the whole education process.
What inspired you to become an assistant principal?
Well, I guess when I was your age, I didn't really want to be an assistant principal, but you start off and it's what life brings you. I actually wanted to be an architect or be out in the in the field, seeing projects, being built, houses, buildings, but that didn't work out well. But since I was pretty good in mathematics, so I went into the mathematics field, and I started teaching here at Kristen 17 years ago. I started teaching here. It was my first job as a math teacher, and then I moved on to become a math trainer, and I teach at the college also. So I don't know, and then I became an assistant principal because I got the master's degree, and I was kind of like, what else can I do other than be a math trainer? I couldn't go further, so I went and I got the educational degree, and that's how I became an assistant principal.
How often do you visit classrooms to observe instruction when it's not part of your scheduled
Well, informally, I visit classrooms every day. Okay, I would say informally, I visit classrooms every day. But formally, I would say I visit, 10 to 15 classrooms that I go in there and sit down for a good 20 minutes to observe how students are learning and how teachers are teaching. So, 10 to 15 times, I would say, formally. But I see a lot more classrooms, but that's informal, it's not documented.
Do you think our school will keep growing?
You mean like students? More students coming in?
Yeah,
Well, our school has a very high mobility, which means that we have a lot of students coming in and a lot of students going out. A lot of people in our neighborhood, they move to, let's say South Laredo, or they move to the Mar area. They're constantly moving. So there's a very high mobility here, so students come in and out. And I guess I've been here as an assistant principal for 4 years, it's been pretty much stable. 1,200 students, 1,300 students. It's been like a 50 plus or minus students that are coming and going.
How do you interact with your school community?
With the school community, well, we have meetings for parents, and I greet parents in the front, so I get to talk to a lot of parents here in my office also about their child. In meetings, we discuss some of the initiatives that we have going here at our school. It's just that's how we basically, it's more than anything, it's parents that we do. So that's our community. That's how we do it.
Recall a time you made an unpopular decision. What was the reaction? How did you handle it?
Well, unpopular decisions, what would it say? I mean, I try to make the best decisions that I can on a lot of things. Sometimes, just like in the cafeteria, I like to play music for the kids, but then my other colleagues might not like the music, and maybe it's not a good idea for me to play music for a grade level and the other grade level hears it, and that's not very good. So that's something that I need to consider. Are we all doing the same thing, for all the kids? And if we're not, but we have to make sure that administration is aligned and think the same way, so that we can provide the kids with the same experiences.
Thank you for this opportunity. Is there anything else you would like to say?
No, I think that we have great kids here. I think we have great kids. We have kids that are very humble, that are full of energy, and some kids also that, sometimes need some help in making the best decisions. And that's what we are here for. Administration and just any adult that you see at this campus. We're here to help you succeed and be successful at anything that you do.
Thank you.
You're welcome.